So this morning we have to get up and get the rabbits moved outside. We've been keeping them in the greenhouse, and we're going to move them outside so that they can eat some fresh grass, save us on feed, and enjoy the nice weather. Where are you gonna put them? No, where do you want to move them to? We have some bigger grass this way that we could put them. Good morning.
He's a sweet boy. He's a sweet boy.
And then you hold their feet. That way they don't kick you. All right, we need to put them somewhere with bigger grass area. Find anything? Up this way is a lot. Yeah.
What about this right here?
In the garden? Yeah. Oh yeah, where the tall grass is right there? Yeah, that sounds good. Here, I'll hold the door open.
And we can move them whenever they need to. And then you make handles for these things.
Well, you can put some handles on it. There we go. We gotta fill up their water and put a little cover on it for them so they can have some shade. Can you put this in?
No, we don't need the whole thing covered. I did that on purpose.
Why?
Because you don't want the whole thing covered. You want them to have a good amount of sunlight.
Yeah, that'll work. Looks good. You guys have a good day in there? Oh, he's already eating. So we're getting our big garden finished tilled. It's already been tilled twice, so Trace is about to do it for the third time, and we got our deer fencing up. So yeah, it's gonna be really good.
something inside. Why?
Michael! Come on, we need your help.
A few moments later.
Same thing happened to us
Luna.
earlier.
Get your butt over here.
Little Lulu. Little Lulu. Hey, sweet girl. We're gonna go pick dandelions because I'm making a tincture for tea, and we have to cut them all down when we mow the grass anyway. So I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of them. Mama. And Jalen, and hopefully Elijah Lee. Here's all of our dandelions. We got so many. They're everywhere, and we have to mow this part. So we're gonna get all these up. You ready?
Nope.
Okay, just grab a few, put them in here. So I've got my onions here, wild onion garlic. I'm gonna dry these out for some onion garlic powder. It's looking pretty good. And we got a few other things. Hey Tracy Bear.
Hi. Do you like my Irish music?
Where's my flowers?
What flowers?
That were on the counter. Oh. And I've got a bucket full of dandelions. And there was a little jar full.
Is this it? Oh,
Yep.
buttercups?
Yeah, and I got some buttercups.
I can't smell them. They don't smell like anything.
I'm going to dry these and store them. Well, I'm not going to dry these. I'm going to store them fresh in apple cider vinegar because you can use them for wart treatments. And Elijah and one of my other kids who wants to remain nameless gets warts. So this can be irritating to the skin. So you have to be careful with it. I only have a small amount, and I'm going to put this in ACV. ACV is also used for warts. So we're going to make a tincture out of it with the ACV and use this for wart treatment. But you do have to be careful with buttercups. So don't just go out and grab a bunch of buttercups. Research it first, always, and make sure that you identify well. But I'm pretty excited about this.
Just for the fact I'm not the one with warts.
You're so silly. And over here, we have our little chickies. There's some of the little chickies, and here's some of the turkeys. There's the 3 turkeys and 3 other little chickens in there. They're looking pretty cute. I am so aggravated. I'm so aggravated right now. I ordered some special Amish paste tomatoes, and I just got them in the mail, and I had a whole bunch of seeds coming in at one time. So I put them, you know the drill. I put them somewhere special because they were very important. And now I don't know where that very special important place is. So I am like wrecking the house, looking everywhere. Can't find them. I don't know. I was going to plant those. I don't have any other paste tomatoes planted or started or anything because I wanted those specific seeds. And yeah, so now I have no paste tomatoes, and I need them to make tomato paste and ketchups and, all of those thicker type things. I don't have any. How aggravating is that? But Lord willing, I'm going to keep looking and see what I can do. I'm here in the greenhouse now. I got to check on my plants and water some and try to figure out what I'm going to do today. They got the that big spot tilled that I was showing you. So they got that tilled, and I need to figure out, I know what's going in there, but I haven't figured out the exact order that I'm going to do it. So I got to figure that out. You guys can come along, and I'm going to put all this stuff down real quick. We'll go see what Mike and Dalen are doing, and then I'm going to get to work with potting up some more stuff and figuring out what I'm going to move out today. All right, well, come along with us. Huh?
I sort of was looking for a bird nest that had eggs in it.
Yeah, I know about it.
So then I could sit on it and keep it warm.
No, you can't do
and
that.
see what bird it is, and I think I'm the mama.
Nope.
I don't think so.
and then-
Go up there and hit it down from the tree or something.
Listen, we're not going to tell you where it is, but when the babies are born, maybe we can show you.
Well, guess what?
Huh?
I sorted there's no eggs in this one nest that I know about. And it's, there's these boards that I step on to get to the nest. And so I looked at the nest really close, and then I shaked the tree, and I touched the nest. And then what happened is there's no eggs in it, and it just fell down.
Oh, no.
Dirt and stuff.
Oh. Yeah, there's a nest in somewhere around here.
Is it a cedar?
And it has 3 eggs in it.
Oh, well, I could sit on 3 eggs.
Well, maybe I can take a picture of it and then show them to you. But we're not going to tell you where they are because we don't want you messing with them.
Where's the picture?
I will take a picture later.
Hey, these people were incredibly lazy and didn't put the bolts in different boxes.
Oh, all the bolts are mixed together?
Yeah, all the different sizes. I'm not going to measure each different one. It's nearly impossible to tell the difference.
Oh, no.
It is impossible to tell the difference with your naked eye.
Oh, okay, I see. So
was
those are
all-
all the bolts?
Yeah, so I'm just using it wherever it's gonna be used, and then the instructions are for a different type, a different model. So we're just free winging it right now.
Well, I mean, looks like you got a good base going here.
Just kind of.
Have you been using the picture to kind of try to figure it out? Yeah, it looks like you're doing the right thing. I guess we'll know if we end up with a whole bunch of screws left over, huh? So I think I have my plan. It's gonna be a lot of work. The big garden that Trace tilled today. I'm trying to pack as much in there as I can. See, we were gonna do this garden right here as my perennial garden with like medicinal herbs and all that kind of stuff. That's what we were gonna do there. And then the big tilled garden, we were gonna do like sunflowers and corn. But then all this stuff happened and we decided to switch gears a little bit. Because I was gonna do like all the squash, tomatoes, all that kind of stuff from the Amish market. But now that's canceled. So I was gonna get all my canning stuff, like all the stuff I was gonna can. I was just gonna get from the Amish market like all at one time. And so now I can't really do that. So I'm having to refigure all of my garden plans that I spent like seriously like 3 weeks to 4 weeks planning late at night. All that's down the drain. Elijah's catching the rabbits. Okay, buddy, just put them back in there and put the top back on. Make sure when you pick him up, you hold his feet. Yeah, you got to hold his feet with one of your hands. So anyways, now I'm having to refigure all this. So I kind of have my plan. I'll show you here of what to do with the very large garden that was tilled. This is kind of it. So it's going to be stuff like peanuts and loofah and sunflowers and broccoli and all those kind of things. Big row of tomatoes and all the greens. So greens, tomatoes, potatoes, all that kind of stuff. So I got to get started on getting those rows made. I'm going to go ahead and put mine in. I know that you're supposed to wait till your last frost date. And our last frost date, I think, is on April 15th. It is like April 3rd or 4th today. And we don't have any freezing temperatures from now until then on the 10-day forecast. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to just go ahead and get pretty much everything I can planted. So I'm going to hook this up and get to work.
I got a little baby born,
That's Boaz.
Here, you want to hold this one so I can grab the other one before it escapes?
Go put him in the cage right there. There's the cage. I'll come help too. He's in the compost?
No.
I just heard him drop.
His legs are feet are right on my legs. I'm scared because I don't want him to claw me. I already got clawed. Oh, hi, Boaz. It's alright. It's alright, baby. Hey,
It's okay, don't get so big. Hi, Boaz. Hi, Ruth.
Ruth is the getaway.
Just leave him alone. Leave the bunny alone.
but I want to pet him.
He doesn't want you to pet him.
I also have to get him back in the cage. Oh.
He's okay. Just keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't escape.
Meanwhile.
Trace Bear's over here making us some hot dog buns for our brats that we're having tonight for dinner. He's doing a really good job. Thank you, Trace. And me and Michael and Elijah are outside working, so we'll go check that out. We've been working hard. Mike's filling up our water bucket. I just had an apple come out of my mouth. We've been working on the big garden right here. We've got about halfway, almost halfway. We have peanuts in there, some collard greens, turnip greens, and mustard greens. And we just made 3 rows for tomatoes. And then we're gonna put in some more peanuts and a little squash patch. So it's been a lot of work, but I wanted to, oh yeah, and some onions. I'm gonna flip this around and show you guys the other garden that we already have going already. So there's little babies in here. It's coming. It's coming. So let me flip this around. Over here we have some potatoes going. I gotta make 3 more. So that's not finished yet. And we gotta make this taller. It's not gonna be big enough for the cucumbers. But I got some dill going there. And then there's some more potatoes. I think there's 4 right here. And they have not popped up yet, but they will. And we have, right here, we have some marigolds coming up right there. For the, you know, like helping with the cucumbers. And then here's some radishes there growing alongside where we're gonna put the cucumbers. And this will be peppers and a few other things. It looks like somebody walked across this. Oh my word. I wonder who that would have been. Probably Elijah. So this will be peppers and basil and a bunch of other spices and stuff mixed in with the peppers. Right here, I have a bunch of little sprouts coming up of chamomile, because we use chamomile in tea to help us sleep. So we'll be drying that out to make our sleep medicine. And then we have some beautiful peas coming up. They are looking really good, looking really healthy. They like this spot. So I have them gonna kind of trail up our little weather vane thing there and a few sticks, because I planted these and I can't remember which ones I planted, if they're the short ones or the really tall ones. The really tall ones can get up to 7 feet tall and the short ones are like 3 feet tall. So I just kind of put small stakes and big stakes and planned for both. We'll see what happens. I have no idea, I can't remember. And this bed will be cherry tomatoes down it, and it already has some herbs planted in there. They were planted by seed, so stuff like oregano and basil and some marigolds in there. So we'll see what comes up. And this here, we have, don't mind this. This is going to be covered up with wood chips, and that's to keep the from grass growing up there. So we have it in each little thing here. It's just cardboard. We've been saving up the cardboard over here next to our compost bin every time we get a package. So, you know, recycle, reuse your packages. We have peas on each side. So I have sugar snap peas, sweet peas, and a mammoth sugar pea. So these are the mammoth peas coming up here, and they were sown about 2 weeks after the ones on the other row that I just showed you. And beside them, I have turnips, and these are not going to be for the globes. We are going to have them for the greens. So, and beside them is a sugar pea, and then a regular sweet pea. So we have those on both sides. Both sides of the little trellis here. Peas on each side. They will be finished in late May. So it will just be getting hot, and so it won't be good for peas anymore. So after that, I'm going to do some vining, trellising plants here for the summer. And they will be started in the greenhouse so that they can get going right when the peas end. Pull up the peas, put in the transplants for the trellising stuff. So here we have, this is our little salad bed here. And I have some mint and some onions and, let's see, and leeks planted all around it. So the peppermint will spread out. It's a very invasive. So I planted 4 of them here. They're gonna spread out. Here's 2 more. And then here's 2. So they will spread out. I will let them spread out. And they will kind of cover the ground for me. And also keep away the bugs from eating up my lettuce, because bugs love lettuce. So I have that interplanted here. Right here in this beginning, I have scarlet kale. Let me see if I don't know if you can see that little sprout there. Where is she at? There we go. See that little sprout? That is scarlet kale. And here is my Bright Lights Swiss chard. And it's hard to keep Elijah from being over here, and he keeps picking them even though they're so little, because he loves that. And then here's some Merlot lettuce. It's a very soft lettuce. Chris really likes soft lettuces, so they are coming up. All these little seedlings here. And then I have a yellow heart choy right here and some endive right here, but it has not come up yet. And I have a black-eyed lima bean, and I started it right here. It didn't like the cold a few days ago, but I have some more that are in the greenhouse, so we'll see. They're doing really well. So if this one doesn't make it, we'll take him out and we'll wait a couple of more weeks and plant those lima beans. I have some nasturtium. It's a flower, a beautiful flower that is edible, and it's peppery. It has a peppery taste, and we really like those. So I put them in between these cages here, and these cages, I will be growing a perennial bean. It's called a scarlet runner bean, and so they will just be covered up right here, and they will come back every year as long as they're mulched over. We are in Virginia, so if we're in South Virginia, a little bit more north, and I don't think you could grow them as a perennial, but you can grow them as an annual. And Elijah stuck in 2 sunflower seeds right here, so they are starting to come up, and we're just gonna let them go and see what happens. So that's the garden tour for now. I can't wait till it starts getting really big and I can really show you guys what's growing. I'm gonna be doing succession planting, so that means that right when peas are done, something new is going in that has been grown in the greenhouse. So that I have one thing after another after another. And that way the food keeps coming, and I just keep packing it away, eating it, preserving it, freezing it. Michael is here watering. This row is peanuts. I've never done peanuts before, so we will see how that goes.
This isn't working.
He's trying his best. It's okay. You can just wait, and I'll fill up the buckets and do it with my hand. Don't do it like that. Okay, so these are peanuts, and this is peanuts. And right here is mustard greens. And once the mustard greens come up, then I'll be putting onions in between each one. This is turnip greens, and that is being grown for the greens, not the globe. If you want to have the globe of the turnips, you have to do it in, you have to plant them late summer and harvest the globe in late fall because they taste better with cooler weather. And here is some collards. We love collards. We love greens, and so we have a really good bit of them. And in between each one is bulb onions. And then this row and this row and this row will be tomatoes. So I have a bunch started in the greenhouse. I think I'm gonna wait maybe another week or two to plant the tomatoes. The soil is still pretty cool. I have them going in the greenhouse. And so I think I'm going to wait a little bit longer to do those. But I'm going to go ahead and sow my marigold in here because I'm going to have the marigold growing up with the tomatoes. So, and then we still have this half, well, more than half, 3/4 to do. We've been working on this all day today. Of course, I don't have a video log or pictures of us doing this because it was me and Elijah. And if you're a mom, you know that usually the mom is the one taking all the pictures, and so she's never in the pictures. So no, I don't have proof that we did this, that I did this today, but me and Elijah did it, and he's a really good buddy for planting. He loves planting, and he really does a good job. So if you're interested in planting, get your kids to help out because they really do enjoy it and they learn a lot. And while you're doing it, they ask a bunch of questions, you know, like how the onion grows and does this onion make one onion or does it make a lot of onions? And you can really teach kids good things. He is about to be 7, but he has a wealth of knowledge just from asking questions while we're doing it. And that's something you really want to pass along to your kids, knowing how to do this. He helped me with making the rows. He helped me plant each one. I gave him the seeds and told him how many steps to take before planting another one. And he did a perfectly great job, and he is really excited. And it makes them more excited to eat it, knowing that they helped grow it. So I encourage you guys, you can do a garden. I have fibromyalgia and some other health problems. You just have to take it slow. You have to have a plan, take it slow, take lots of breaks. But really, being outside, it does make you feel better, and it helps fight off depression. And you know, I would always get aggravated with the doctors because they say exercise helps, but those of you with fibro or any other kind of autoimmune thing, you know that exercise sometimes it doesn't help, sometimes it hurts. So instead of doing like a workout plan, I just do this, and I find that it really helps. It's therapeutic. It's slow, you're lost in your thoughts, but you're staying busy, and you know, you can spend time and pray and meditate and sing to yourself, or you know, all those relaxing things. It's good for you. It really releases endorphins and it makes you feel better. So I encourage you to get your family and start a garden. It's the perfect time right now. You can do it. It's easy. You know, you don't have to make it grow. We plant the seeds, we water the seeds, God makes it grow. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you again.